So let's talk about this 28,000 homes that Blackstone is liquidating. And let's talk about liquidation and how liquidation could be good for you or bad. It all depends on your situation. And this is more on the residential side that I'm talking about, these 28,000 homes. And the reason that I'm talking about them is because, believe it or not, it's really going to affect the commercial side. Anyhow, on the liquidation side, one of the things that you want to be very careful for is jumping in too fast while the knife is falling. And what that means is when the knife is falling, don't stick your hands in because you can get cut. And what that means is that Blackstone bought that property for $490,000, right? Could not rent it, owned it for 3 years, sold it at a loss for $360,000, and you could be celebrating like, oh my God, I got a great deal. And within 1 year, that property can go down to 100 grand. That can happen, okay, guys? So this is where you have to be really careful with the whole liquidation and you really thinking that you're getting a really good deal. Because one of the things that really control pricing and liquidation is policy. And Blackstone, they know something that is happening in policy that hasn't occurred, that's going to occur, that they want to liquidate. Okay, guys? And what I mean by policy is really simple. In 2007, I owned Dream Mortgages, and it was just me and a small group of guys. And I had about 16 files that were scheduled to close November of 2007, okay? I went to bed after a long day, and when I woke up in the morning, I got to the office, opened up my email, and I read a new guideline. That's all it was, guys. It was an email sent to me, and it was new lending guidelines. That's all it was, guys. When I clicked it open, I read this new lending guideline. I was like, get the fuck out of here. This makes no sense. In order for me to lend to someone, he has to have one blue eye, one black eye. He has to have red hair. He has to have 3 arms, 2 legs with 3 feet on each leg. It was that ridiculous, the new guideline. So when I read this new guideline, it made no sense to me. And I called my brokers to find out, is this a prank? And I got on the phone, and it was 12,000 employees turning in their phones, turning in their laptops. Second broker I called, 16,000 employees turning in their phones, turning in their laptops. And it was on one policy change. It was just one change, guys. And that took prices, and it tumbled prices damn near to nothing, okay, guys? And there was a ton of inventory, and people were desperate, and foreclosures were through the roof. So you guys have to understand that what's going on right now when Blackstone is liquidating their 28, this is just the beginning. You don't want to put your hands in the beginning if you don't have to. There's a great rental market right now. Believe it or not, you could rent and live cheaper in an apartment, in a 4 or 5-star apartment, which are really nice. You can live cheaper than purchasing that $360,000 home at a $130,000 discount that you feel is a great deal. It's still better to rent, okay? So if I were in your shoes, I'd rent, I'd hold on to my cash, and I'd wait for this thing to tumble. And when it tumbles, you'd be surprised what $40, $50, $60, $70, $80,000 can get you. Signs are tumbling are when you see inventory skyrocket. So when you go on realtor.com or Zillow or any of those platforms and you notice that inventory is rising, meaning right now inventory is almost at a 6-month level, which is really high. Okay, in 2022, inventory was at a 1-month high, meaning all the inventory that hit the market would sell within 30 days. Right now, all the inventory that hits the market is going to take at least 6 months to sell, and it's rising. Okay, guys. So inventory back in 2022 here in Tampa and Florida was 1,500 homes hitting the market of 2,000 homes. I think we're anywhere between 8,500 homes to 11,000 homes hitting the market. So these are the things that you want to watch. They can really tell you a ton on what's happening with pricing, what's happening with supply, what's happening with demand. The other thing to really look at, guys, a lot of times we're blaming the asset troubles that we're having right now on high interest rates. And if you look at interest rates, they're really not high. okay? But what's going on is that we've inflated these assets to a level that we've never seen in history, and we're dealing with insurance costs that we've never seen in history. And along with the inflation in those prices, now we're seeing these tax rates and these property tax dollars go through the roof, guys. So there's a lot of different things that are affecting our market, and we just have our eye on interest rates, but it's a little bit more than interest rates. We're dealing with inflation in our everyday living. We're dealing with high cost of labor, high cost of materials. Anything that you touch or buy, you'll see that it's inflated. And what's going on in our economy right now is that they're really not trying to get into a recession. A recession is where they take pricing and they bring it down. They're really not trying to bring prices down. What they're trying to do is just slow down the increasing of pricing. And that's the tug of war that we're dealing with right now in our economy. But in all reality, we're gonna bust this bubble because it's just gotta happen. In order to get America right again, this thing needs to bust, okay, guys? So if you like my channel, if you're getting knowledge, I need you to smash that subscribe button. I need you to follow me on LinkedIn. I need you to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, all social media, X, follow me. I put videos out. I have fun. I like to inform you guys on what's going on. Do not buy if you don't have to. And I'll see you on my next episode. Bringing common sense back to real estate. Take care, guys.